Welcome to the Crossed Lines podcast, where stories of redemption and resilience come to life. This podcast gives women a place to share raw, unfiltered stories of their darkest moments and the journeys that led them to healing, hope, and a second chance.
Hey, everybody. Super excited to be here today with Alex and Brittany to our Cross Lines podcast. This is our third session. Everyone gets a little better, a little more nerve-wracking sometimes, right? Are y'all nervous?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely. I know. I'm nervous too. That's okay. We're here to tell our story, a story that we hope brings hope, that brings encouragement for others out there that are struggling, because there is a future. The Bible tells us that God loves us and He wants to bring us a future and a hope and good things, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to talk a little bit about our childhood. But before we do that, we just want to talk about, like, both you guys are at Crossroads, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Both you guys came out of prison, had some issues, got through it, decided you wanted something different, got a hold of an application to come to Crossroads, and to my great blessing, you ended up at Crossroads. I love you two so much.
Love you too. We love you.
And so proud of y'all. Y'all have done such good stuff. And so just to kind of walk people that are listening to our stories, we have to tell a little bit about our childhood, a little bit about where we're at currently, and then a little bit about what our dreams are for the future. So, Brittany, I'm going to start with you. Tell me a little bit about your childhood and what do you think kind of steered you in directions to cross lines that you shouldn't have crossed?
I grew up with my mom and papa. I lived with them most of the time, and then I moved in with my mom, and I met a guy. I think I was like 13. Ended up meeting a different guy, and ended up getting married. So I was on my own for a really long time.
And so, what age were you when you got married?
15.
15,
Mm-hmm.
kind of young.
Yes, ma'am. And he was 24.
24. Was it a good marriage, bad marriage?
It was started out with he and I both were on drugs.
Yeah.
And then when we got married, we stopped and then started drinking a lot. So
Yeah.
So I drank a good bit whenever I was younger.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So was your childhood up until that point pretty good, or did you struggle?
Well, it was okay. My mom and papa, they loved me. I didn't really need or want for anything, really.
That's
They
good.
took good care of me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You just wasn't interested in school or anything like that?
No, I actually did okay in school up until that point. My 8th grade year
Yeah.
is whenever I really started messing up. I ended up failing the 8th grade, and that's the summer I got on
Got on drugs.
drugs.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Started doing drugs. So.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's that line we cross sometimes.
Yes, that's
Right.
where it happened.
All right. Alex, tell me a little bit about your childhood.
So growing up, I had good parents. They gave me stability, and but it was very verbally and physically abusive.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to deal with that, trying to grow up and find yourself, while at the same time understanding that they're their own people and they make mistakes too. It is hard, but I'm autistic, and they thought I had ADHD, so I got on Adderall at 7 years old, and that created a spiral of me doing methamphetamines by the age of 14, and then just from there forth, going through traumatic experience, and leading to where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, it was good because I love my dad. You know, my mom favored my brothers and my dad favored me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have him no more, so that's hard. But I miss him.
It's great to be a daddy's girl when you got a good daddy.
Yeah, he was a good dad. And I realized that even though I went through the stuff that I went through, they were trying to make the best. They were ex-drug addicts and stuff like that, trying to make the best
So your parents were?
Yes, ma'am, IV users. So they just trying to do the best they could. They got off drugs for us, you know, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So I couldn't fault them for like getting angry or, you know, because for them to not go back to what they were doing before us took a lot of strength in itself, you know.
So it was you, and you had 2 brothers, right?
Yes, ma'am. I had 2 brothers.
Yeah. And so when did you cross that line into drug addiction, even though as much as your mom and dad did not want you to do that?
I'd say about 7 years old after I got the Adderalls.
That's what led you. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I hear a lot of, that opens up a whole can of worms right there, because I hear a lot of conversation about Adderall being a gateway into methamphetamines. And that's hard to hear because a lot of kids do need to take it, but it is something that us as parents need to be careful of and watch out for. And so you truly think, just in your own life, that was a gateway.
Oh, I know it was, for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, you can only tell your story, so that's good.
That's my story too.
That's your story too. There you go. So, so as you got like around 12, where were you at during that time frame?
12, I was still doing Adderall. I was kind of getting into smoking weed. And I would sneak beers out of my mom's fridge, you know, because she used to drink. So I'd be like, oh, well, you know, she ain't going to notice it. And so I'd drink beers out of the fridge and just anything I could get my hands on, which that'll spiral back later.
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah.
I mean, it who I was, now that I see it, I can really see that my habits just came with me. I didn't work on anything.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you just continued in that same pathway you created.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And so as we talk about your past, I want to talk about, you both have talked about how you crossed the lines and started delving in marriages and men and drugs and things, and you kind of thought probably you was doing all right in some respects. But at some point you realized, no, this is not good. And at some point then you caught a couple of charges and you started working through that. So tell me about when you really crossed the line and got in trouble and started facing jail time and prison time. Tell me about that.
Well, I had been to jail for DUI and DWI in my early 20s.
Early 20s? Yeah.
Might have even been right before I turned 20. But I kind of sailed on through there for a little while, and up until about 2 years ago, that I caught my escape charge and started facing time, and then ended up not going to see my probation officer regularly.
That's called not reporting.
Yes, not reporting.
They don't
will
like
get you.
that. No, they don't.
They don't too much mind if you don't have the money, but if you don't report, buddy,
Yeah.
they're going to come get you. But
And
yeah.
they automatically put you back in prison. That's something
Well-
people need to know.
Yes, ma'am. And I actually did not ever experience CMCF or prison.
Mhm.
I did experience Flowwood.
Uh-huh.
And it's different. I hear from CMCF.
It is different, but it's still like prison. It's just
it
a
is.
minimal security.
It is.
You were
It
able
is.
to go out and work and things if you could, but it's still prison. You still can't open the door and go home when you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how was that, and how did that shape your life at that point?
Well, it set me down.
Mm-hmm.
It set me down to where I really could focus on what I needed to do and what I needed to be doing, and everything that I was doing was not what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
What I shouldn't have been doing.
Well, and it's funny to hear you say that because, I've been working and volunteering with girls in prison for 24 years or better now, and I see girls that I hear that it set me down and I wanted to do something different, and then I hear girls that it didn't slow them down a bit. They don't get that, but I know your heart, and I know that that's what it did for you. That was a wake-up call, right?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
this was not the pathway you wanted for your life. And by that time, you had some kids, right?
I've got a job. Yes.
Yeah, beautiful boy.
Thank you.
He's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And what about you? So when did you cross the lines and end up getting charges and eventually going to prison or jail? You may have not seen CMCF either, huh?
No, I was a trustee at Rankin County,
Yeah.
and for three years,
Mm-hmm.
and I was 24 when I stole the bus.
That still cracks me up when she tells this story about stealing the bus, Daniel. We need another Kleenex over here. Where are we missing?
Who needs Kleenex?
This little sweet girl right here.
Thank you.
There we go. And so what made you steal? And what kind of bus was it, just for our audience?
It was a short white bus.
Yeah.
It was a daycare center bus.
And what made you steal the bus?
So at the time, I was prostituting,
Mhm.
and I was getting thrown into psych ward after the psych ward, and I got tired of, excuse me, I got tired of walking from Jackson because they'd get me from Carthage and then bring
Yeah.
me to Jackson, and
Yeah.
I just got sick of walking. I got sick
Yeah.
of walking, so I was like, I slept on the back of the bus, and I know it's wrong of me, but I said, God, if it is in your plan for me to steal this bus, the keys will be in the ignition, and they were.
And they were.
And so I took the bus.
And then what happened?
And then I ran for about a year and a half, or a half a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then it finally caught up with me. I was on the Indian reservation, and the FBI came and picked me up.
Wow. That's
Mhm.
serious right there.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then I got sentenced, and I became a trustee at Rankin County. Seen, hey, you're not taking life seriously. You're not applying yourself like you should be. You're better than this.
Mm-hmm.
And God loves you, Alex. And he wants so much more for you. That's what they taught me at Rankin County. God loves you.
That's so
And
awesome.
you are so much more.
Yes, 100%. And just listening to you, I remember many days when I would teach inside the prison. Sometimes when we're being sat down, we have a teachable spirit, and people come in and speak things into our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it can definitely help you turn your life around and point it in a new direction. And sometimes people have all the intentions in the world of doing good and being good and getting out. But once they get out, and they forget sometimes what their
know I did.
promises were to themselves.
I did, and that's just me being completely honest.
And that's
I did.
what, yeah. That honesty is good. And so you got out and you didn't keep your promise, right?
I didn't keep my promise.
Yeah.
You know, I went back to what was comfortable, and I seen the darkness I was in, recognized it this time, and was like, "Hey, we're not doing that. We're not going to do that."
Yeah. But it was a while for you.
Yeah, it was.
And you really kind of hit rock bottom pretty.
Oh, I did fast.
Yeah. I always say it's amazing how fast you can go down.
Just like that, man.
Just like that, it's gone.
Like a blink, snap.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Everything can be taken away from you.
But you just can't see that. Because it took you so long to get there, you think.
Sometimes it's like it's right there in your face. You see it plain as day, clearly. But it's there. You're already doing it. You're in it and don't know how to get out of it, man.
Yeah. And you're disappointed in yourself.
Very. Yeah.
I hear that a lot. A lot of girls get out, don't do what they wanted to do, and then they're so disappointed in themselves.
It's just, you just fly with it.
That it's just like, they can't find a way out. And I know at Crossroads, that's what I want to be. I want to be your way out. I want you to know you can climb up out of that. You don't have to stay in that. I don't care what you think about yourself or what other people think about you. You do not ever have to stay there. And so I just think about when both of you came to Crossroads, y'all have both been such a blessing to me. So you spent some time and you still got out, did some things, got back in trouble. Then eventually you ended up at Crossroads, and that's where I'd like to start. What happened then?
A lot. Since I've been at Crossroads, I've got 3 jobs now. And that's pretty cool because it's been a long time before I've had a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But before that, you started in the program and you started emotionally, spiritually, physically getting better.
Oh, yes.
Learning.
Yes.
Being
Sorry.
put back together. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Just being put back. I literally feel like y'all are a puzzle that we help put back together piece by piece by piece, just by providing shoes and clothes. And I tell everybody we start with a toothbrush.
Yes.
And help just make you feel good about yourself. And you immediately began to take pride in yourself. And you took pride in what you were learning. And I just remember you in class being very dedicated. And you wasn't no monkey business. You were like, own it. You were like, wanted to know what God had to say to you. And you wanted to know how to live it out. And I'm super grateful for that. And then you did your 4 months, right?
Yes.
And then it just so happened you got to skip aftercare because I opened a new house that we put you straight in. And independent because I knew you could deal with it, Brittany.
Thank you.
And what was that like to you walking into that?
It was exciting. It was new, different. It was a very, very, very new experience that that I cherish.
And you got to see your family. You got to visit some. That was good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Get to go home.
Get
Go
to see my
home,
boy.
visit, and then leave and come back to the things that God has created for you. And Alex, I remember the day that they brought you in my office, and you'd literally come off the streets.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were rough looking.
Oh, I was.
You know.
I was rough looking.
But you had the biggest smile. You were so excited to be there. You weren't disoriented. You weren't like second guessing yourself. You were like, I am so happy. You told me, you said, I am so, so happy to be here.
I was.
And tell me
And
what
I
that was
still
like
am.
for you.
So when I first came, I knew this is what I wanted for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I knew because someone had told me that you should go to Crossroads. They'll love you there. They'll love you there. And that stuck with me. And I was like, okay. And God gave me the opportunity to go to Crossroads. And I finally was in your office and I looked at you and I could tell you was like, this one's going to be rough. This one's going to be rough. But I just knew I'm going to make you proud.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. I'll make you proud.
Well, I didn't think that at all. I think what I thought was because you did look rough, people coming off the streets, it's just, if you haven't had a home or a cool place to sleep or clothes on your back, I mean, it's just hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard life. And I think I was just struck by how happy you were. That's probably what you saw in me because generally that's
it was
not
something.
True. Yeah,
it was something.
Because I thought she is so happy to be here because most people have got like 1 foot here and 1 foot there and not quite sure they're making the right decision. But you didn't have that at all.
I didn't.
And that's what you probably saw because I was like, she really is excited to be here. And you went to the house and we started providing you clothes. And I was telling Daniel when we were sitting here, I remember standing in the kitchen with you. And I always noticed how nice you look when you came to school. And one day you were looking exceptionally cute in the kitchen. And I said, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you putting your best foot forward every day when you come to class. And do you remember what you told me that day?
That meant the world to me.
Yep.
That meant the world to me.
And you said, Miss Vicki, you don't know what it is to have a closet I can open and have clothes in it to put on.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just wanted to just break down and cry. I went in my office and I think I did cry a little bit because you remind me to be humble and grateful for little things that so many people take for granted.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, Brittany has a car now.
I do. I was going to say that.
Brittany is working 3 jobs. She works at Moosey.
Well, I was going to say that I have 3 jobs now. So, like, it wouldn't have happened without.
Had you not a car.
Had I not came to Crossroads.
Crossroads, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And, I mean, it helps a lot. But being able to come to Crossroads and being able to have the help that I've gotten from Crossroads has helped me get the jobs that I've got. And the vehicle also, which was a blessing from the Three Cross Church. You know, they blessed me with that.
God put it on somebody's heart to help you with a car.
That was really, really awesome.
You know, I heard a great sermon one time that says favor ain't fair because not everybody gets that at Crossroads, but God looked upon you and favored you with a vehicle. And I think God knew you would use it correctly and to your best benefit because you've been able to go see your kids and do some things like that and continue to strive for better. And I'm always excited to see what doors God is opening up for you guys because this is just your starting point, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is not your forever. This is just where you're getting started. And I've known you long enough to know that you are staying the course, that you're not looking left or right. You're keeping your eye on the prize. And I've seen you both defer bad situations you could have got into, and you've said, nope, not doing that. And so in your stability now, would you say that you're in a place that you feel safe and stable in your life?
Very much.
And how does that feel for you?
It feels really good. I'm also able to, y'all have given me the chance also to do the college thing too online.
Yep.
Y'all let me start that in October of last year.
Well, you just kind of did, and we didn't let you do it. We were glad you were doing it. You took that and got onto that, and that was good. And so that would tie in then to your future
It
plans.
does. It
So
does.
tell us about your college course you're doing.
I'm going for my associates right now in science and criminal justice. So
Yeah.
I'm working towards that and supposed to get my associates in December is the expected graduation date if everything goes according to plan.
That's right. That's so awesome. I can so see you doing that.
I'm going for it's basically the juvenile
Yeah.
part, either officer or
Yeah,
Officer.
that's awesome. And so how has your stability affected you? Do you feel safe and stable here?
Yes, I do. I don't know if I've ever told you this or not, Miss Vicki, but having a place where I'm not beat up out of my sleep or worried if I'm going to live to the next night or not, that means the world. It does. Like, coming from that to this, I feel so at home, and I'm so thankful for you and all the ladies at Crossroads and everything that y'all do. The stability is crazy good.
Yeah.
It's crazy good. And the love is there.
Yeah. We visit so many different churches, right? In the first phase. And then second phase, pretty much everybody goes to the same church. But there's so many people that love you guys. And I don't imagine you ever thought you'd be loved this much. I don't think anybody really thinks that. But that's how much God loves you, as He prepared all these hearts to love you and to prepare things for you.
Yes, ma'am.
And every time you receive a blessing, you just have to think that that's God doing that for you. Because people like us, we're just the hands and feet of Christ, but it originates from the Holy Father and the Holy Spirit and Christ His Son. And because they love you and they care about the details, the tiny details. And I'm just so proud of y'all. So your future is you're looking into finishing school and seeing what you can overcome, because you do have a felony.
Yes.
And so I'm believing God to overcome those obstacles for you, for your future in criminal justice. And then, Alex, tell me what you're thinking about.
Well, I would like to go back to school for medical science and be a mortician.
Wow.
That's my dream.
That is awesome. That's a doable thing.
Yes, ma'am.
That really is.
Yes, ma'am.
We got to get to work on that.
Yes, ma'am.
That is really doable. She can do it, can't she, Brittany?
Yes, ma'am. For sure.
You know, something what I was thinking about too, we were sitting here talking, is the community we have with Crossroads. And when we say Crossroads, that really encompasses so much, like our volunteers, our teachers, our churches, people we meet at the thrift store, the resale store on the square, and people we meet in our churches. Your village just got a whole lot bigger. They always say it takes a village to take care of people, and it does. But your village has completely grown to where God has put you in the path of anybody that can help you. I bet people listening tonight are already wanting to see how they can help you get into school and how they can help you overcome and find your place in criminal justice and fulfill your dreams. No doubt in my mind, because we all love to help people. There's nothing, my favorite movies are when the underdog comes up and rises up to be victorious. We all want to see that. We all want to see people make it. And unfortunately, we live in a time where so many people are not making it. And you guys know that.
Yes, ma'am.
We've had girls at Crossroads that's not made it. And it's sad, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
It really hurts on this side of the fence when you see people that are not quite getting that they can come up out of that pit. And there's probably people going to listen to this podcast that really don't believe y'all, that it's not possible to come up out of that pit. They've failed one too many times. They've gotten arrested one too many times. They're going back to jail again. What would you say to those girls?
Okay.
Just okay.
It's just okay because, I mean, maybe one day it'll happen and you'll be able to see it.
And how would you encourage them? Put some legs on that statement for me. What would they need to do?
Well, what they would need to do, I'm not really sure, other than maybe be a little bit more
What did you
open-minded.
have to do?
Oh, what are you talking about? Like as
to
far
encourage
as
yourself that you don't have to live like this anymore.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I understood that wrong. To encourage them that they don't have to live like this anymore. Just always be themselves
Mm-hmm.
and know that it's going to be all right. That there are people out here that do care. It's hard to see. A lot of the times it's hard to believe for sure. And they'll make it.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Yeah. What about you, Alex? What would you say they need to do?
For the people that don't believe you, watch and see, because you are enough.
Yeah.
I am enough in God's eyes. God
Mhm.
knows who I am and who I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
Yeah.
You are enough.
And it doesn't matter how many times you fail, right?
Right.
You fail and fail and fail. There's no failures too many that you can't get back up.
Right.
You know, we like to, unfortunately, believe the lie, well, you've done too much. You can't get up. You're done. You failed one too many times. That's not true. And see, I think the first thing you got to do is just make up your mind. I got to do this. I've got to do this. If I fail, I just fail again. But I got to keep getting up and doing this because I just don't want my life to end up in this way, sitting in a prison cell.
Can I say something real quick?
You absolutely can.
Okay. I failed for 20 years, literally 20 years, hitting my head against the wall, trying this, trying that, not letting God in, thinking I could do it on my own. And it was 20 years of torture, pain, and heartache. And if somebody like me, somebody that's hard-headed like me, can finally figure it out and ask God and bring him in and experience what peace can be like, literally anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it. I believe we're glad not everybody's as hard-headed as Daniel, but it really doesn't matter because if you're allowing your self-esteem and self-worth to keep you down, you're the only one that can pick yourself up.
Keep trying to do that next right good thing to the best of your ability, to the best of your understanding, to the best of your know-how. That's all you can do.
Because it's not easy, even though we've talked good stuff about being at Crossroads and being safe and having a good place to live. And it's still hard because your life has totally had to change. It's totally had to do, a 360. It's a lot of obedience and a lot of self-sacrifice and a lot of, I got to stay here and do this. And you do see your life being somewhere different one day, but it's not there yet. So you can't let go of your vision, not even for a second. And you have to do whatever it takes to keep that vision and your mindset. And you two are off to a great start. I'm super, super proud of both of y'all.
Thank you, Miss Vicki.
I feel like at Crossroads, we've had a vision of first and foremost sharing Christ as your Lord and Savior. I just am one that believes that's where we have to start. But we can start right where we are. I mean, Alex told me about her being in prostitution. Well, I didn't flinch.
You didn't.
Not a bit.
Not a bit.
It doesn't matter about that.
No.
Mary Magdalene was right there, and Jesus loved her,
Yes, ma'am.
It's not about where you've been. It's about where you are and where you want to go. And we can't give up on each other ever. Not ever. And I love it that people can tell me the truth about themselves. I never want, if I look kind of cross-eyed, it's probably just me trying to figure out how to help you, but just knowing you're accepted right where you are is so important. And maybe for people out there that are not in a place like Crossroads, get somewhere, be somewhere that you can be loved and accepted right where you're at, because Jesus died for you right where you're at. He didn't ask us to change. He didn't ask us to get smarter, richer, braver. He didn't ask any of that. He said, come just like you are. And just give me your heart, and I'll give you the world. And I believe that. He did that for me in my life years ago, and he still does it for me. He has to knock me upside the head a lot. And listen to me, Vicki. Do this. Go this way. Quit being afraid. Don't let people tear your dream down. You keep dreaming, because I'm going to keep dreaming for more women just like you that's coming out of that dark pit and is finding a future and a hope. And that's my prayer for you guys. I want it for your family. I want it for your children, because it can be a generational hope or a generational darkness you hand down. You're handing down hope for your son, and you're handing down hope for your family, your brothers. They're going to see you, and they're going to be proud of you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So any last words?
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Well, we love you.
I love y'all too very much.
You're a good girl, Alex.
Thank you, and I love you.
Yeah. And we love Daniel over there. He made my dream come true about having a podcast.
That's pretty cool.
That is
He is
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah.
This whole thing is really awesome.
Yep. And we're kind of wrapping up a little early. So, Daniel, have you got anything for us? Okay. Thank y'all for joining us today. We're so excited to have Alex and Brittany. I know you've enjoyed their story, and we look forward to hearing more stories from the girls at Crossroads.
We are asking for your support where your giving is giving a second chance. For more information, visit our website at crossroadsms.org, and please donate today. May God bless you for blessing others.